Hello, everyone. My name is Felix Mago. I'm from Dash Next, and I'm here today to talk about mass adoption because it's one thing everybody keeps asking me. Hey, Felix, where is crypto going? Where are we now? What is happening? What will be there in 1 or 2 years? So let me share with you some thoughts I have around that topic and some of the developments I see in the current market. So when mainstream SERP, shaping crypto mass adoption in 2021 is the topic for today. I hope you enjoy it. I said I'm working for Dash. Dash stands for Digital Cash. We are one of the OGs in the space from 2014, in fact. So we are really like an old crypto project, you could almost say. We stand for Digital Cash. That means we want to do one thing, which is payment, which is in fact a very classic use case in the crypto industry. If you remember when Bitcoin came along in 2009-10, people were starting to talk about, wow, there's this new currency, you can pay with it. Here we are in 2021, and we're still talking about crypto payments, which actually leads me to the first point I want to make in terms of mass adoption. We have been talking about crypto payments for over a decade now, and here we are in 2021, still discussing where is the crypto payments market. And there's a couple of good news out there, or actually many good news out there. The first one to start with is we are seeing crypto adoption and payment adoption everywhere in the world now. Not everywhere yet, and not in a full scale. The whole world is covered and every shop accepts crypto payments as of now. But we're seeing definitely growing tendency over the last years, where it doesn't matter where you go in the world, especially in North America, Europe, and many parts of Asia, you have the option to pay with cryptocurrencies for the things you want to buy, be it a restaurant, be it a online order, be it a shopping, whatever you want, even book a travel. So if you want to do that, the options are growing, not endless yet, but the options are growing a lot. I think we with Dash have established or really have pushed that use case a lot, and we keep pushing for it. Just a few weeks ago, we have launched something called Dash Direct, which just added to our existing network of thousands of Dash accepting merchants around the world. Now another 155,000, including 125 online retailers. So this is really amazing, and I'm super proud of my colleagues who made that possible. It's really an amazing feature. For now, it's only available in the US, but I hope we will see that around the world very soon. And just to give you a sneak peek in what you can buy with this Dash Direct app, it's really thousands of merchants, and you can go to the website and check it out. You can filter by category or by list, but you see here already Adidas shop, AMC videos, Applebee's. So from food to shopping to experiences and entertainment, there is a lot you can do with it. But it's not only Dash, and it's not only these options. More and more of the big corporations are moving into the space. We have seen PayPal, Microsoft, Subway, and so on. One thing with these big corporations usually is you see the headline and there is some little footnote to be made, because usually these big corporations do not yet accept crypto for all of their payments or for everything they sell. Take Microsoft, for example. You can top up the amount you have on your account, but you cannot purchase any Microsoft product online with Bitcoin, and also always depends on where you are in the world. I just mentioned the Dash Direct app is only available for US users right now, because there's a lot of regulations behind it, and there's a lot of things to do that, it's not easy and trivial to just connect crypto payments to a corporation on a global scale. So this is exactly why we see these happenings that you see, okay, Microsoft is accepting crypto payments, or another big brand, but it's not for all product, it's not all over the world, it's not for all user groups, and so on and so on. But another really fantastic development is that it doesn't even matter if a merchant accepts crypto directly, because what we have seen now, especially in 2020, 2021, that a lot of debit cards are finally in the market, and you can just use all kinds of crypto to directly spend it at the point of sale wherever debit or credit cards are accepted. So this is really an amazing development. And it essentially means whoever has crypto on an exchange or on a certain provider you are using, you can just go to the ATM, you cash out the cash if you still need it. Sadly, we most of the time still need it, or you just spend it directly at the point of sale. So long story short, the payment space is changing a lot, and it's really adopting crypto bit by bit. What I'm seeing right now is that we get a lot of new payment systems that also consider crypto as a payment option, especially we are all here in Asia. So we have seen the rise of QR codes over the last years. I would say in the States and Europe, this is not so common yet, but it's coming. And in my perspective, from a user perspective, crypto payments are usually QR code payments if you go to a store. So it's more or less the same thing in a different shape. That means in general, the crypto acceptance is on the rise all over the world. It's not, coming as fast as I would like to see it, but it's coming bit by bit. And I guess that's the way we're going. And I mean, the fact that big corporations are moving in tells the story. From what we will see now, with all DeFi stuff and so on becoming popular at this point. Of course, you can also say corporations are finally there to catch up with crypto payments. And in fact, crypto payments is so 2014. But hey, this is exactly the way that we are rolling right now here in the blockchain space. We're super fast. So I'm actually happy to see these big corporations a few years later moving where we are now. The second point I want to make is that one major difference in the crypto market over the last 2-3 years is that finally products and services and companies with working products coming out in the market. So we have a million examples, in fact, around that. One thing I think has get a lot of attention in the last years was Uniswap and other decentralized exchanges, but of course Uniswap being the most popular brand in the space. It's amazing what is happening there, because now you suddenly have all these blockchain products, all these decentralized, without middleman, no censorship products that we have been discussing for the last 6, 7, 8 years. And now finally they are there. Finally, people can use it, and people do use them a lot. I mean, just look at the amount of trades and the amount of volume that people are trading over Uniswap and other DEXs on the different blockchains every day. It's massive, and it's really exploding at this point. But from there, you can do a lot of other things. For example, trading is a very obvious one that is now not only happening on centralized crypto exchanges or on stock markets or on whatever other centralized markets that we are used from the history. No, now we also have completely decentralized versions of it. I think DEX Guru is a nice, fun tool to check it out. It kind of just gets you the user interface you are used to, but in a completely decentralized way. So this is like, I mean, it's amazing. And it's not only DEX Guru, but there are hundreds, literally hundreds of applications out there that are made for trading in a completely new setup. Even more, all this DeFi movement, I mean, it's fabulous. It's extreme what we see here. And there are certain building blocks that definitely make it a very big thing, and that will continue to lead mass adoption. I think lending and borrowing markets are one of an important driving factor, because as you can imagine, all financial systems rely on having money in the systems. So they kind of rely on people borrowing and lending out money for interest rate or for an interest they pay or they get. So in this sense, I think Aave is the leading protocol, but again, there's hundreds of lending and borrowing markets out there on different blockchain. And I just see the numbers growing and growing, and it keeps blowing my mind. One other thing I want to mention, of course, is like all these yield generating products, especially all the yield farms, liquidity provision. And I have talked about that a lot in the past. If you want to check out some other speeches I gave before around the topic of DeFi, what I see right now that there is a massive shift happening from centralized order book based trading to decentralized automated market maker trading. And that means not only the exchange is earning money from the fees users pay for trading. Now there is a shift happening, and people can provide liquidity into a pool, which is essentially the order book of a decentralized exchange, into an automated market maker. And everybody who trades and generates fees makes money for the person who puts in money there. In other words, it's not the exchange earning the money, it's the users earning the money from other users. So it's much more a peer-to-peer model. And now we're here at the DeFi conference. So of course, this topic is crazy taking off right now. There's marketplaces for arts, for music, for fashion. There is a lot of stuff happening right now. And for, in this case here, you see it for just 0.18 ETH, you can buy this beautiful horse here. So you have a million opportunities to get into that and to check it out. Definitely a very driving factor for what we are seeing here. And I would say, all these opportunities that generate you yield and that enable you to make money are a fantastic place to start. One other important point, and it's the last one I want to make, is decentralized work, because this is something that is really like moving myself a lot, I have to say. I'm really passionate about this topic. If you look for blockchain and for blockchain jobs, you can see it here. I searched for blockchain remote jobs here on LinkedIn. I found almost over 8,800 results, right? And it's not only development, it's a lot of marketing. It's a lot out there. In fact, companies are hiring because there is a lot of money in the market. But it's not even only traditional classic jobs. If you look into Dash, I'm not sure who has done that so far. And again, please check out my previous talks about how Dash works, how the Dash DAO works. It's amazing. The Dash is a DAO, and everybody can pitch an idea into this DAO and say, I need funding for my idea. This is what I want to do for you. This is the money I need. This is how often I need to be paid over the next year or month. And then you can put the proposal into a decentralized network and say, hey, I have an idea, please fund me. And then you can start working. Even more crazy than that, some people have put into this proposal system an idea to say, hey, I make a, let's say, job-based Trello board where everybody can go in, offer a specific task, essentially a micro job, and get paid for it in Dash. We have 2 incubators by now. One is this one with the more development focused. One is this one, the latest one, in fact, the latest baby of some of my colleagues in Dash. Well, great job you have done there. My props go out to you. And now people can basically say, I want to be part of the Dash marketing. I have an idea, I can create content, I can make videos, I have this and that skill. Here's my idea, please fund me with a micro loan, with a micro payment for the job I do. Last but not least, we have seen a play to earn movement over the last weeks popping up, massively taking off, and it makes so much sense. If you just think about it for a quick moment, all these games that are out there, especially on mobile phones, I don't know, Cookie Run, Farmville, whatever it is, it's usually a kind of in-game economy where the developers try to incentivize you to spend as much money as possible. That goes obviously into their pocket, that goes into their company. Now, blockchain has taken the same principle, but made it in a way that incentivizes all the users. In this case, Axie Infinity is really taking off crazy for a simple reason, because people who play can earn money. And there is, in fact, a lot of people right now who are doing this, especially here in Southeast Asia. It's becoming a huge job market where people are essentially self-employed because they're playing this game, and this game earns them more money than they would have in many regular jobs. And by the way, in many regular jobs that in the current situation, they even might have lost or have really problematic situation for them and their families that they are in. So this is an amazing movement. I'm really excited to see that. So long story short here, my summary for that, we are seeing a tendency or a development right now where global teams are becoming the new normal. There's DAOs everywhere. There's projects with a lot of money in governance systems, in whatever structure they have, and they're able to fund people and ideas, and in that way, there is a growing number of people who generate crypto income. And this is something that I'm really saying for the last 5 years already. The more we see people earning crypto, the more it will become normal, for a simple reason that once you earn with crypto, this is the income you have. And this is how you pay for stuff in your life. And if that becomes so normal, everything becomes normal. So this, just a few closing remarks. Why is this even important? Anything I said, I think number one, we're living right now in a situation, the world is changing. We've seen COVID, people have lost their jobs. There's a lot of, things happening right now in the world. Offices are closing. Home office becomes the new normal. It's all these things that are slowly changing, and that did not just change because of blockchain. They're changing because a lot of reasons that are happening in the world. COVID has been a massive driving factor, but even before that, the revolution of technology has already started. The internet has become more and more normal. I would say right now we're in a phase, corporations don't have it yet, but we are getting there. The fact that we are seeing all these new products and services, that new home office and all that stuff becomes normal, tells a story, and I think it will accelerate the developments we are seeing right now in blockchain. My question was, are we at the mass adoption stage already? And my answer is no, we're not there yet, but we are on a very, very good way. I think some of the reasons are that, people simply have never tried crypto. So, they don't know. Corporations, they still do what they do. And for me, it's a bit, they needed a while to discover what the internet is and why they need a web page. I personally feel it's the same right now with crypto. They don't understand yet what is the business model and how they can, really make a business model out of these new token dynamics. But eventually we will get there. And eventually also crypto will become easier to use. We're developing more and more nice, easy to use solutions for people. So that's amazing. And this is why, I have my last thought. What can you do, and what is the advice I can give anyone who is watching this presentation to start right away? It's actually easy, and my recommendation is very simple. Try it, learn it, and the moment you do it, you will understand it very, very easy. It's like riding a bicycle, right? You can read 5 books on how to ride a bicycle, but if you want to ride a bicycle, you have to ride a bicycle. And it's basically the same with crypto and with all that DeFi stuff. So 5 tips from my side, what you can do right away. And believe me, for all these things I'm going to show you now, just go on YouTube and search for it, or go to any video platform and search for content. You will find people explaining it to you, and just sit down 2 hours, you will have it. My first tip is just get some crypto, ask a friend, find out how to buy it elsewhere. Maybe you have a friend who gives it to you, or who you can give, I don't know, $5 to get some crypto. Do it, try it. Make your first transaction with it, just pay something, pay someone, make someone happy. Just make this transaction to have the experience on how it works, and you will realize it's very easy. Then it becomes already a little more advanced. And if you want to dig into that rabbit hole, install MetaMask, install a Web3 wallet. Maybe that sounds weird what that is. Do it. You will immediately understand why this is important and why this is awesome. Number 4, try to use the DEX. Try to use a decentralized exchange. That means, after you have installed MetaMask, do the first thing with it, which is make a trade on a DEX. And if you feel really crazy, then just farm a stable coin, because this is something that is probably less risky than going into some other farms. But this is already a bit more for the sophisticated side of users. Have this challenge, accept this challenge, try to find it out. Believe me, none of these challenges should take you weeks to learn. I'm talking hours, maximum days, until you have your first the first realization, wow, I could do it. It wasn't that hard at all, and now I understand it. So with that, I leave you for today. Thank you very much. Please reach out to me on Twitter or LinkedIn. My Twitter is FelixMago_. My LinkedIn, Felix Mago. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye, everyone.